Hey YouTube, what's up, what's up, what's up? Come on in to my world, Steffi's world. I hope all is well wherever you are on this Sunday. You see I got the S on my chest. It wasn't intentional, but come on in on this Super Sunday so we can get down with this recap of episode 205, Raising Kanan, which was simply titled What Happened in the Catskills. And I hope it stays in the Catskills. I caught the midnight drop last night, so I'm going to go ahead and warn you right now. If you don't like spoilers, you might want to go ahead and turn this off and catch it at its regular scheduled time tonight. But the episode starts off with an addict leaving one building, going over to the next building. Crack addict. And he looking for his morning fix. Well, when he gets to the spot, he's knocking on the door and he's out there with all this noise, and Marvin tells him, "We are closed." And the crack addict is like, "Closed? What, y'all got business hours now?" So Marvin comes out wearing a trash bag, gloves in his hand. He said he was doing some cleaning. And the guy said, "Clean crack house?" Marvin even gave him some product, owned the house, told him, "Keep your money, but spread it to the rest. We shutting down for a minute. Put the word out." So he gets rid of him. Marvin goes back in there, and he's getting that body was stinking up the place out of the wall. And it was a whole mess. Marvin wallowed a little bit with the body. He laid a little bit with the body. It's like a mummy. The head is about to come off. It was just a hot mess. But yeah, he's getting that body out of there. Rock is watching Kanan sleep. She's sitting perched on the edge of his bed, and when he wake up, she's sitting there. He jumps, and she's talking to him, and they're going camping. Just the two of them. She wants to take him camping, and he looking at her like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, they want to get on this mother-son tip." So it's some people, two guys watching the house, and one of them, he don't hide his racism. He said it. "Look at these people, how they live." Another guy was like, "They're just people. Would you like one of them licorice looking N-words with your daughter?" What's that about? Who are these guys? And they see Marvin go in the house. So Kanan asked Juke, like, "Is you going?" And she was like, "No, Rock just said that she just wanted to beat them two." And Kanan was like, "You know things aren't cool between us." And she was like, "Maybe this is a good time to get out what and how you're feeling." So he just accepts that. Lulu and Crown are playing Ziza's track. And they're talking to another guy who says his spins are worth something. So him and Crown take it outside the room, and they out there talking shit literally about Lulu. And Lulu cutting his eye like, "I know something is up, I just don't know what." But yeah, they out there talking mess about him, and he's right like on the other side of the glass. Rock takes the car, and this is a regular old car. If I'm not mistaken, it's either a Buick or something that you wouldn't think that you would see her driving, but she was like, "I'm not taking my truck to get dirty." But Marvin was real, like, didn't want Kanan to touch the trunk. So Kanan was like, "You tell me to put the stuff in." He's like, "I told you the back seat, stay out of the trunk," basically. So I'm still not catching it, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little late to the party, but you knew that something was in that trunk. So the guys follow. Rock leaves, the guys follow. Lulu decks the mess out of Crown. He catches him somewhere, and he laid him out. And Crown has a gun, and he pulls it. And Lulu was like, "You ain't gonna use it." And then he was like, "I might." But see, I'm gonna tell you something. A scary one is just as bad as a hothead one. You have to have the right temperament to carry a gun, because you're either going to be too quick to draw or you're going to be late to draw. And somebody like him running around like that, Crown will, he will do it, and he's scary, and that's what the problem is. So Lulu turned his back and walked away. But I'm like, I really thought he was going to go ahead and do it, because it's getting to a boiling point with those two. It's really getting to a boiling point. So a cop car pulls up behind Rock. She's driving, And she's nervous, you know, she do the check in the mirror, but it's a state police and he speeds off around her going somewhere else. So she begins to turn the radio down and she's talking to Kanan, trying to find out what's been going on with them and even on a personal tip. And she's really trying to talk to him. And he doesn't give her much. And then he asks her, could we turn the radio back on? Marvin meets with the therapist, whose name is Renee, outside of group. And she was like, I'm meeting with you outside of group because you don't really talk in group. And I don't feel like that you're comfortable enough to talk in group. What is it? So he tells her that he's a private person, but he does open up like, I have a daughter and I know I've effed up and she may never forgive me. So he's opening up a little bit, but it's outside of group. He ain't going to reveal none of this stuff in group. And she was telling him, don't refer to therapy as BS. Kanan, they get to the campsite, and Kanan is talking to the white girl that's working in the store, and he's striking up a conversation about bear repellent. But they're over there talking and Rock cutting her eye, and she buys a knife. Juke confronts Zaza about stealing her song. When Crown gave her that track, the track was given to Ziza, and she hears her vocals, and Ziza tells her, Crown didn't give me this, Lulu did. So now Juke is hot. Marvin is watching this white girl who he used to deal with, and he's sitting there eating some chips in the car. A cop knocks on his window, tells him, I'm not familiar, I haven't seen you around here, and you need to finish your snack and get on about your way. And so Marvin follows the chick. I don't know what that's about. The guys who followed Rock are out at the campsite too. They pull in her and Kanan to get at their cabin, and the guys pull in and they got a cabin right next to them, a hideout in the woods or whatever they doing. I think they have a cabin also. And again, she's very protective about that trunk. She does not want Kanan in that trunk. Lulu did give Ziza the song. He apologized, and he talks to Juke about songwriting credit, but she ain't trying to hear it. She's pissed off. Detective Howard's partner is talking to the prostitute, and she's asking her questions. What does he talk about? What has he told you? Does he remember anything about the shooting? And she threatens her with having her kid taken because she's turning tricks. And the prostitute reveals to her that Detective Howard has a son. Rock and Kanan are by the fire, and Kanan goes back to the store. And the guys see him leave and that Rock's by herself, and they're there to kill her. So one said, I'm going to go ahead and do it. You go ahead and make sure that the son doesn't come back. And Rock's out there having a smoke, just chilling. And she hear a twig crack. The only reason that would be is somebody walking out there in the woods. So she called out thinking that it's Kanan. And the only thing that saved her was the neighbors came over looking for firewood and talking and whatnot. The other guy interrupts Kanan down there with the white girl, and Rock saves him in the nick of time and talks to him about white girls will get you killed. And the guy comes back and tell the partner, you know, I stopped him from raping her and this, that, and other. And the guy said, we'll just try again tomorrow. So they're out there. Rock's fixing some s'mores. She went at Kanan pretty hard. He doesn't want any. And then she told him that he's going to be the heir to all of that, all of what she has if he wants it. And that she brought him out there to talk to him about how he's feeling. And surprisingly, which surprised me, he told her that he wants it. He wants it. So Rock said no secrets. He tells her the same thing, and he's side-eyeing her. Detective Howard is looking for Kanan, so he's encountered Juke, who tells him nothing, but he was like, just tell him that I'm looking for him. Rock and Kanan are driving, and they stop, and she finally opens the trunk, and that body's in the trunk. So she has Kanan help her bury the body. Lulu is in the studio. Famous comes in, and he immediately tells him he wants to get back in the studio. He wants to do his thing, and he starts running his mouth, and he tells him about Crown and his sister. Lulu says he knows, which I don't believe that he did. And he was like, you know, you just write your rhymes, but he also looking like, So now he's really gonna go at Crown. Laverne, who I'm gonna refer to her as that, is in church. Her hair is down, and she's watching her mom at choir practice. So mom tells the choir director, like, I want you to hear my daughter sing. And Laverne shows out doing Mary Don't You Weep. Her mother hugged her, and she is just like so blown away by her that she has a voice that's just like hers, if not better. The prostitute tells Detective Howard what his partner was looking for and what she was asking about, and he was pretty much like, what did you tell her, what did you say? And then she gets down to the part where I told her you had a son, and he kicked her out because his partner did not know anything about that. Rock and Kanan are leaving. She tosses the key and tells him to take it up there. Don't be talking to the white girl. He sees the white girl, in a cabin. Of course, he stops and talks to her. And the guy rolls in to kill Rock. The other one busts in on Kanan and the girl. Him and the guy are fighting. Rock puts a knife up to the other guy's neck and was like, who sent you? He said, I was sent because you can't take a message, talking about her dealings over in Jersey. So they were sent to go ahead and take her out. And they end up going to the cabin and stopping his partner, getting his partner off of Kanan. And the partner shoots the guy that he's working with. He shoots him in the leg. And Rock pretty much is like, this is the deal. We leaving. She gonna be quiet, because if she doesn't, your people and my people gonna ride back up here and y'all are gonna leave. And that's what happened. So Kanan asks her, who were those guys? Nobody. So we back to we back to the line. We back to it. And it basically ends with, sometimes you have a lot to say and you don't say nothing, because they just silent in the car because she ain't talking, and Kanan through accent. So with that, my predictions is Lulu is gonna deal with Crown, or Crown gonna deal with Lulu. That's gonna boil over. Kanan is gonna further draw away from Rock. She wants to keep him close. Detective Howard gonna get in his ear about some more stuff. And Rock is just being Rock. She's being very manipulative, because she had her own son help you dispose of a body. So that's all I got. That was my recap of episode 205, Raising Kanan. While I got these last few minutes, today is 9/11. Never forget, where were you on 9/11? I actually was in the D, working at the GM building down in the Renaissance, and I was very, very scared when everything was going down. It is also Grandparents' Day, so if you're fortunate enough to still have Big Mama, Meemaw, Nana, hug them tight and keep them close. I don't have any grandparents on either side of the family. They gone on to glory, and I miss them. If you want to connect with me, you can follow me at Cosby, COSBEE, on Twitter. I am Stephanie Cosby on all other social media platforms, and I am Miss Cosby on Insta. I always close whatever I'm doing online, because in these tumultuous times, try your best. And I say try your best to love one another. Till the next time, peace.